everyone, welcome back to my channel. Oh my goodness, seriously, it's been forever since I posted a video. I was having some computer issues, so I had to get that sorted, but now that it is, I can get back into my weekly grind of posting videos for you guys. So hopefully the ones who stayed true and loyal to my channel, you guys will appreciate my updated video collection. But to dive right in here, the first thing I did was prime my face. I used my Mary Kay foundation primer with an SPF 15 because I want to protect this lovely ivory skin that I have here. Don't want to get all burnt and crispy in this amazing summer weather, well, spring weather. And now I'm diving into my concealer. I'm using my L'Oreal True Match concealer in the shade W12, I believe. And I'm just going to take a few dabs under the eye to cover up those lovely dark circles I have. And I'm going to smooth it with my finger first, and then I'm going to go back over it with my blending sponge to make sure that it is super absorbed into those dark spots. And I had a few blemish marks as well, so I want to make sure those are covered up. And for my foundation, I like to stick with something light. I always use light coverage, but now that it is summer weather and you have that beautiful humidity in the air, with having oily skin, it just does not work well for me. So I like to keep it light on my face, nothing heavy or cakey. So I stick with the CC cream. It's Mary Kay. It's in the shade Very Light. And I'm just going to take my stippling brush and get this smoothed all over my face. Now onto my Maybelline Fit Me powder. I think it's Fit Me Poreless, I believe is what it is. It's for oily skin. So I just want to make sure that I stay matte throughout the day because I hate looking dewy. Not that there's anything wrong with it, I just prefer to have a matte face. I think it looks cleaner. So I'm taking my blending sponge and I'm just getting that packed onto, well, I guess packed is a bad word because I'm not caking it on. I'm just using my blending sponge to pat that onto my face so it can help combat that oil of mine, which gives me a run for my money. And now for my eyeshadow, I'm going to put on my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion per usual. Just a dab really does go a long way. A dab on my eyelid, and then I just pat it all over to make sure that it's prepped and ready for my eyeshadows. Now I'm using my NYX, it's from the prismatic shades, which I freaking adore. I'm really into shimmer eyeshadows these days, so I love it. I'm taking the shade called Golden Peach. I'm going to load that on my fluffy brush and just get that buffed into my crease. Lately, I've really been liking doing a base crease color. It helps build up the colors that I put on top of it, which I love because it helps intensify the colors. So I'm just taking that as a base color for my crease, loading that on there, and now onto this beautiful loose eyeshadow that I found, Impulse Buy from Ulta. Thank you. It's in the shade Jade, and I'm just going to load that up on a flat shader brush and get that smoothed all over my lid up to my crease area. Now that I have that on my lid, what I'm going to do is take a smaller shader brush and I'm just going to line my lash line. Since I'm not doing bottom liner, I do want to play up my lash line just a little so it doesn't look completely naked. And on to my crease, I'm actually using a shade from my Lorac Pro 2 palette. It's in the shade, I believe the color is called Cocoa. The specifics will be listed in the description box below. But yeah, I'm using my fluffy brush and I'm just gonna get that packed into the crease, and you see how nicely that's building up with the color that I had on previously. I love it. So I'm taking the shade Snow, and I'm going to use this as my highlight, so I'm just going to pop that on my brow bone. And for the piece de resistance, I'm using my Mary Kay gel liner, which I love. Seriously, like, before I started using gel liner, I didn't realize how amazing it is, but now that I started using it, I'm hooked. It's pretty much the only eyeliner I use these days. I have to say, for us oily girls and guys out there, the only thing I have to say about gel liner is I can't use it on its own. Like, some days I just like to do a cat eye and that's it. Leave the house, you have your cat eye, that's the look you're going for. I can't do that with gel liner because since my skin is oily, my eyelids do tend to get a little oily throughout the day. So if I wear gel liner by itself, it transfers like when I blink and whatnot throughout the day, and I'm not a fan of that. So if I'm not wearing eyeshadow, it's back to my liquid liner, because that doesn't budge an inch. I can put that on and it lasts all freaking day, which is fabulous. So I'm just gonna wing out my eyeliner per usual. I'm obsessed with cat eyes. I just like the way it lifts my eye. It just goes with my eye shape. I have more of like an almondy shaped eye, so I think it suits my eye the best. You guys can do it however you like. Now that that's done, I wanted to intensify the bottom lash line, so I'm using the same color I used in my crease, Cocoa, and I'm gonna drag that, well, not drag it literally, but I'm gonna pop a bit of that on my bottom lash line. Since I'm not doing bottom liner, I didn't want to, like I said, leave that area completely naked. So onto my lashes, I'm going to curl those bad boys, and then I'm using this Maybelline mascara. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't even know what the name of it is anymore. It's been seriously like a month since my last video, so I feel like I'm starting from scratch. I'm like forgetting things, but all the specifics, like I said, will be listed in the description box below. Yeah, so I'm gonna load up my lashes, top and bottom. And now for a bit of contour, using my Kat Von D Shade Light palette, I'm just going to take, I believe, the lightest shade in the contour, and I'm just going to etch out my cheeks as well as a bit on my forehead, which I love. I love that look of slightly looking bronzed, because I tend to be fair skinned, so any amount of tan I can help myself out with is amazing. So now that it's the summer, maybe I can actually get my own tan rockin', but until then I'm gonna need a little help with that. And on to my NYX Baked Blush. It's in the shade Ladylike. Just gonna load up my brush and sweep that over my cheeks. And for my lips, wanted to give it a little bit of color here. I don't know why that was out of focus, because when I was editing it totally wasn't. But I'm using my NYX Butter lipstick in the shade Taffy. I didn't want my lips to be completely nude or anything like that, but just a little pop of color. And there you have it. This is my spring green makeup, however you want to call it. Love it. Hope you love it. Thumbs it up. Comment below. Let me know what you think. And I shall see you guys in my next video.